I know it's hard, I know it's complicated, but I promised you I've been waiting here forever. I had a much to say, but you're not here with me. No, we're invincible, like fire in the snow. Trust me when I say you are my beautiful world, and I'm feeling it all. We should make an effort. It's true you're so far away, and it's true you don't feel the same. But if you take my hand, we can try and go back. Starting from scratch, I won't let you go. No, I can't let you go, 'cause you're my gravity, and I will never leave. I won't let you go. No, baby, I will not, because I still believe you're my gravity. You will never be what I expected. Different frequencies, that's why we ain't connected. You know I will make it through, I got nothing to lose but you. It's true you're so far away, and it's true I can feel the same. It's another day, you know you want me to stay, but I go my way. I won't let you go. No, I can't let you go, 'cause you're my gravity, and I will never leave. I won't let you go. No, baby, I will not, because I still believe you're my gravity. You're my gravity. You're calling out my name, but the echo numbs your pain. Sorry, but more than just a shadow, I'm more than just a man. You don't care how I feel, you don't know how I feel. No, you don't know how. I wash away the sorrow till my heart can beat again. You're my gravity. No, you're my gravity. I will let you go. The only thing that I know, you were my gravity, but now I had to leave. I will let you go. Why do you think that I want? Why do you think that I want? I know how to breathe into my gravity. 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 I know it's hard, I know it's complicated, but I promised you I've been waiting here forever. I had a much to say, but you're not here with me. No, we're invincible, like fire in the snow. Trust me when I say you are my beautiful world, and I'm feeling it all. We should make an effort. It's true you're so far away, and it's true you don't feel the same. But if you take my hand, we can try and go back. Starting from scratch, I won't let you go. No, I can't let you go, 'cause you're my gravity, and I will never leave. I won't let you go. No, baby, I will not.
Warning: the Duracell Cup Series data file you have attempted to access is out of date. Uploading current file now.
It's a brand new car from stem to stern, and it's never been raced at these speeds.
The next gen car is opportunity.
Everything is different with the exception of like the seat, the steering wheel, and your helmet.
Unknown creates excitement.
Talking about my generation.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here as we get ready for Pole Day qualifying in the return of the Duracell Ultra Lite Series Season 2 in preparation for their 16th race of the season. They had a pretty lengthy off season, if you will, a little break as Cup Series drivers for a number of weeks were running solo, but we have a double header here this week with the Lites drivers and the Cup Series drivers, and getting ready here for the fifth to last race of the regular season on the Lite Series side. Very, very close to putting together that playoff grid. And of course, there's only 7 drivers that will get in through points. There are 3 drivers that will get in through wildcard spots, comprising our 10 driver playoff field. And we've had 14 different winners in the last 15 races. So things around that wildcard spot, the conversation around that wildcard spot is going to get very, very convoluted when we end up getting to that regular season finale at Auto Club. And we could add 5 different new winners here in the next 5 weeks as well to make the waters even muddier. So we'll have to see what happens here in the Bluegrass State. But 10 minutes have been running on the clock since we cut to live here on our broadcast, and they have now, it looks like, about roughly 8.5 minutes to lay down that fast qualifying lap. Trying to find the first driver that was out on track, and there he is, a former winner in his own right. That'd be our winner from Lucas Oil Raceway, Dave Smith. And that number 15 out of Adrenaline Motorsports. Dave Smith coming into this race 20th in the standings. And while he's got that victory, right now he would not be in a playoff spot. I believe we've, if I can quickly eyeball it, got 8 or 9 winners outside of the top 7 in the overall standings. So those would be all drivers fighting for wildcard spots through a checkered flag. Right now, it would be Jordan Anderson, Cody Majorek, Juan Garcia, who would hold the 3 wildcard spots. They are 8th through 10th in points overall. Nathan Stapleton, who won our last time at Chicago Motor Speedway, he is the first driver on the outside looking in of a wildcard position. He's 14th, or make that 12th rather, in overall points. Our Daytona winner Skylar Taylor is 13th. Cole Coybe is 18th. Dave Smith, who we're looking at, is 20th. Michael Turner is 22nd, and Craig Batson is 26th. I believe I named off 8 drivers right there. It might have been 9. And they're all fighting right now for wildcard positions. All the other former winners are right now in the top 7 in points, so they wouldn't have to rely on their victory to advance into the postseason. They'd get in via their positioning in points. Thought that might be a better lap there for Dave Smith, who right now sits second at a 32.566, but catching up there to a couple of the Garage 55 Mazdas actually slowed his lap time down by about 0.3. Nathan Vogler took advantage of the off weeks here for the Lite Series as he made his Duracell Next Gen Cup Series debut last week at Donkey Kong Jungle Raceway. Had a really good showing as well, finished in the top 15. Now he'll look to ride that momentum here in the Lite Series, as he currently comes into this one 25th in points. Pretty much in a must-win situation, actually, with where he's at. I would say there's still 5 races left, but I would honestly say there's a bunch of drivers like Brody Kupski, Mike Tellier, Nathan Fogler, Craig Batson. I think they're in must-win territory, and for a few of them, I think that they need to get 2 victories here in these final 5 races to leapfrog all the one-time winners and jump to maybe a number 1 seed wildcard position. Well, we saw Nathan Fogler take advantage last week of running in the Cup Series. Here's a couple of Cup Series drivers taking advantage of running in the Lite Series here this week. Anthony McCurry in the 55, the All-Star car at Garage 55. Right behind him, Daniel Voiles in the 23 out of World NOS Racing. Anthony right now is 27th on the board. Daniel Voiles on the flip side is up in the top 10 right now in 7th. And his teammate is just up ahead there as well in the 26th, that being Daniel Voiles, who is currently... Kyle Langland, who is currently 4th in the point standings. Still looking for that first victory on the season, but currently in a playoff spot via top 7 in the overall standings. And we'll see Daniel Voiles and Kyle Langland both attempting the double here this week. Voiles, of course, will be locked into the Cup race here on Sunday. Kyle Langland will be one of a number of drivers that will be attempting to qualify for the race tomorrow in pole day qualifying. A couple of drivers on pit road there. Autumn Brooks in the 60 right now, 13th on the board. Autumn has kind of really been hovering between 10th to 15th in points. She comes into this one 14th in the standings. Only one top 5 on the season, which is surprising when you look at the stats. But then again, the car right in front of her is Eli Bright. Eli is 5th in points, currently in a playoff spot, and he's only got one top 5 on the season. 9 finishes in the top 10 in the 15 previous races. But he hasn't been up inside of the top 5 really hardly at all this season. And, probably could have had a race win by now when you go back to that Sonoma race. I know we keep harping on that, but he definitely had the best car, he had the best strategy, and he just kind of got bit by the timing of a caution flying after he had come to pit road. Right now, 11th on the board for the Sunny D Toyota Supra. Cole Coybe, a former winner on the season, very early on at Manassas, but we documented that he's now 18th in points, so he would be the 3rd driver outside of the wild card spots. He could remedy that with a 2nd win on the season. And Cam Wright Jr., still your points leader, 13 points in hand over Roberto Crown Jr. coming into this one after he had another pretty decent run at the Chicago Motor Speedway a few weeks ago. Only 2-time winner on the season. Everybody else that's gone to victory lane has only gone to victory lane once. And he's eyeing that regular season championship, which would pay out 15 extra bonus points heading into the first round of the playoffs. That equates to 3 victories. So technically, if he were to win the regular season championship and not win for the remainder of this regular season, he'd be going in technically with 5 victories into the first round of the playoffs. He's obviously been able to take to the Lite Series and that ST Racing Chevrolet very well. His teammate David Dixon's had a great season also, going to victory lane and 3rd in overall points, so keep an eye here down the home stretch of both the 95 and the 45. Jackson Haywood, for a brief moment, beginning of this session, was top of the board. He has since drifted down to 3rd, but good run for the 93. Out of KEB Racing Enterprises. Jackson is 11th in the point standings. He is the 3rd highest driver in the standings without a victory. And that kind of speed could very well put him in victory lane tomorrow afternoon. Chris Daugherty, another driver that's been hovering in the top 15. He is 15th in points coming into this one. He's had a couple of races where he's looked like he's got a car capable of winning, but just hasn't been able to close out the deal. And right ahead of him, a driver that did close out the deal for his first career Duracell Ultra Lite Series victory last time out at the Chicago Motor Speedway, Nathan Stapleton. That victory moved him up to 12th in overall points. He is currently, if I can do the math, I believe he's only 10 points outside of that 3rd wildcard spot. And if he can go for back-to-back victories, he would not only especially jump up into the number 1 spot as far as wildcards are concerned, I think mathematically he would have a shot of moving into the top 7 in points. He's only about 25 points, I believe, behind 7th in the overall standings, 25, 26 points. That can be made up in one race. David Dixon, we already documented him. 3rd in overall points, 33 points out of the points lead. I've been noticing the Cam Wright Jr., Berta Crown Jr., while those two have been having a back and forth for the points lead, they also have not had the best of finishes in the last few weeks, and that has allowed Dixon, Langland, Eli Bright, Aubrey Powell, Colin Grace to maybe start closing in. They could still have a shot at this regular season championship in those 15 bonus points. Eric Sadler, he's going to be making a start here in the All-Star car for Bishop Family Racing. There's Roberta Crown Jr., 18th right now for the 18, second in points. I'm trying to find the fastest car on the racetrack right now that would currently be situated for the pole, and that would be this driver, Bryce Egan. And that All-Star car out of Trackhouse Racing. 32.342 for that 5-hour Energy Toyota Supra. Bryce will be looking, of course, to pull off the double this week as he'll be attempting to qualify for the Cup Series race here on Sunday as well. That'll be tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern. Of course, this Lite Series race that we're qualifying for this afternoon run tomorrow at 3, and the Cup Series race at 1. Aubrey Powell right now is second fastest on the board, so Toyotas would lead us to the green on the front row if it stays the way it is. Zero's on the clock, so we could very well have this officially be our front row. I don't see anybody jumping up to snipe any of those lap times there in the mid to high 32s. Jackson Haywood, Jordan Anderson, Craig Batson right now look like they would be the top 5. So Egan be the highest Toyota, Jackson the highest Ford, Jordan the highest Chevrolet, and Skylar Taylor right now be the highest of the Mazdas in 6th. Bryce Egan just hoping that this session closes out. I believe the lap times have stopped being scored, and there we go. So session is complete, and a Cup Series driver, a full-time Cup Series driver, is going to capture the pole position. I believe that is the that is the 3rd Cup Series driver to win a pole position here in the Lite Series this season. Anthony McCurry and R.J. Bishop have formerly done it. And Bryce Egan is hoping that that translates to a trip to victory lane, albeit not in the series he's running for points in, but a win nonetheless, as he'll look to go coast to coast here tomorrow afternoon. Aubrey Powell going to join him on the front row. Keep an eye on Aubrey Powell. Aubrey, a former winner on the season back at Pocono, comes into this race 6th in points, and what Aubrey will be looking to do is open up a gap between her and that 7th position in the standings, as I believe that she and 7th in points, her teammate Colin Grace, are tied. Jordan Anderson is only 1 point back in 8th, so it's very, very tight around that 7th in the standings cut line. Speaking of Anderson, he's going to start up towards the front in the 4th position. Let's see, where is Colin Grace going to start? 21st. So right now I think that Anderson and Powell would be up in the top 7, and Grace would be outside of the top 7 once they take the green, but a lot can change tomorrow afternoon's race between green flag to checkered flag. We talked about that top 5 there. Craig Batson, really feel that he needs to get a victory here, another victory, in order to get into a wild card spot after starting the season late. Good run for a couple of those KB Racing Enterprises cars, though, up inside of the top 5. Dave Smith, who was one of the first drivers out there, 7th. His teammate Brody Kupski in 8th. Nathan Stapleton off the heels of his victory last time out, 9th. And Mike Tellier going to complete the top 10. What about that battle for the regular season championship? Where did those drivers qualify? Roberta Crown Jr., 18th for the 18. Cam Wright Jr., not that far behind in 22nd. So those two seem to always find each other on the racetrack, whether it's through qualifying, whether it's through race trim. We'll see that battle continue here tomorrow as you look down through the remainder of the qualifying here. Some notable names. Kyle Langland starting deep in the field in 26th. Former winner in Cole Coybe back there in 27th as well. Another former winner in Michael Turner and Cody Majoric. Those two drivers starting outside of the top 20 also. So not great in terms of starting track position, but Kentucky is a place where you can actually pass. So we'll see if they're able to get that track position back in tomorrow afternoon's main event race. But congratulations to Bryce Egan, his first pole here captured in the Duracell Ultra Lite Series, and he'll lead us to green tomorrow afternoon at 3. Join us tomorrow afternoon at 1 for Cup Series qualifying, and the Cup Series race will be on Sunday at 1. Doubleheader here at Kentucky rolls on. Thanks for tuning in to this qualifying session. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like to become part of the crew today. We have shown your qualifying results, technically your starting lineup for tomorrow afternoon's 16th Duracell Ultra Lite Series race of the second season. Until tomorrow, and the continuation of the race weekend here at Kentucky, I've been Seth Cole, and you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of NNSCRA TV, Offline Racing at its best.
The following has been a presentation of NNSCRA TV for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of the NNSCRA is prohibited. NNSCRA would like to thank all of our loyal fans, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.